Vanaprastha sannyas means sannyas. Sannyas means to be swami, to be a monk. So this is the course is going on last 6 months, not today. So every time we teaching Bhagavad Gita, yoga philosophies, then the Vedanta, the essence of wisdom, and that wisdom leads to the final liberation. So today this is a special class, how to liberate ourselves. Liberate means here how to free from the karmas. So yoga for freedom, yoga for liberation. That the 4 steps of yoga comes. We call Chatuspa, the 4 flowers. Chatu means 4 and Pada means steps. So we call 4 flowers, 4 flowers. So you have to develop the skills of the 4 flowers. Means you have to get the 4 flowers. Then you will become liberation. The 4 flowers is first step is we say Viveka. Viveka means discriminate, not judging, but discrimination. Discrimination knowledge comes only when you observe something and becoming ourselves witness. So a judge in the court, he's not judging. He's a judge, but he's an observer. You have to observe both sides, victim sides. Yeah, there are 2 parties. So judge is the middle. We say judge is judging, but that is wrong word. I don't think that is perfect words. That's like observer. Sometimes you see there are a lot of elections going on in different parts of the world where I have the problems. They bring some neutral people to observe the election politics. You know, when they're giving the vote. So therefore, we call observer. And judge actually called observer. Is not the judge. So Viveka means moral philosophy. Moral philosophy means how to use your common sense, how to use your discriminate knowledge, how not to involve, neither react nor act. You are not doing nothing, you simply observe it. So that the first step of the yoga of liberation. Generally, what to do in a life, most of the time what happening, we are only simple, we are not observing many things. Either we are involved or we react. Either we are too much attachment or we are react completely, doing nothing. So that 2 kind of lifestyles generally we have in the samsara, in the social life. 2 kind of life. Everything we do because we have expectation a lot to do. For example, we live with our father, mother, husband, partners, whatever we are having. But there we have the expectations. Otherwise, we will not stay with them. A husband stay with wife, or a wife stay with the husband because there is expecting each other. If they don't expect each other, they never stay together. And when you expect something and your expectation not fulfilled, you leave that person. No matter is your father, is your mother, your husband, or brother or sister, you leave them. You don't stay. This is the social life, general. In general. So in our social life, everything we do out of our expectations. And when expectations not fulfilled, we leave that kind of relationship. So therefore, everything we have the expectations and desires. Such a people, such a person, such a people cannot achieve the viveka, the skill knowledge. Morals cannot be developed, not possible. There is no awakening of the kundalini actually. So again, subject coming kundalini. So kundalini only awakening takes place when you are witness of your action and reactions. That moment, because you are become neutral, at that moment you preserve all the practice. You preserve hiding. So according to Vedadic knowledge, they see the viveka, yoga of liberation. So that is the one of the foundation of the sannyas course, Vanaprastha sannyas. We say sannyas. Sannyas means to be a monk. How to be a monk? What kind of skills you have to have a monk? So you need special kind of skills. So therefore, as a swami, as you are a monk, we are completely different than ordinary yoga teachers in the world. Any supermarket yoga teachers. Completely different. And when a person, you can see that also, if study already touch with our people, like Swami Onkar teaching, even I took one class, for example, and you can see Purnima also taking class, Kapil also taking class, like Sital, and another one, what is the Sagar. You can see the difference of the prana. If you are witness, not to involve them, you have to study everything, but not involve with no one, with no Swami, no, but you have to witness of the energy. Generally, the monks and Swami, when they teach you, they have very tough because their disciplines are more tough. Other common people, they have no disciplines normal because they're living in the social life. So this kind of prana, they don't have normal. They don't really have the prana. Not possible. Same prana, same energy, you never can find out nowhere and nowhere. Not possible. So therefore, when a monk teaching, there are different pranas. When a common yoga teacher teaches, different pranas. So two different pranas. Some teachings can be, same asanas, but you will not find the same energy. That is very clear to me. And I have been studying also this. It was time, I have also some household teachers, but I know them and monks. But I was educated with the monks generally, except the Kriya Yoga that was given by the, I was studying with the Grihastha. We have the household, we have wife, but the lineage going on like. So Kriya Yoga originally, it was coming from household, Harimas, Babaji traditions. Nowadays, many people teaching Kriya Yoga. Many people. So that different issues. So what I mean here, so Vanaprastha Sannyas is all about how to dispassion, not passionate, but dispassion. And when you dispassion, naturally you develop the quality, the skills of the witness. It means you have to do everything. For example, as a Swami and a monk and a common, but they do the same thing. Everybody eat, everybody sleep, everybody in the house, everybody pay the electric bills, everybody wear the clothes, everything. But the consciousness is different. Monk living also monastery, they need everything. A common person also live alone, also need everything. But even a person living alone in the society, a monk also living in the monastery, two persons living single, maybe they're not married. Many people don't marry, they live single, but still the consciousness will be different. Because the person who living in the social life alone, there is no power of renunciation. The person living monastery, that the power of renunciation. So there are two initiations, two energy different. Both are living alone. But one person living under guidance of the principles, the skills, the disciplines. One person living with his own choice. They call freedom. That is called freedom themselves. But that is no freedom. Living alone, not necessarily you live with the freedom. Not necessarily. We say two person live alone. One person became mad, another person became godly. Two persons can live alone. Everybody cannot live alone. As a human being. As a human being, you see the animals never can live alone. Not possible. And as we are human being, also we can't live alone. Not possible. So live alone, being alone, you need to develop that consciousness, divine. So therefore, a monk life, they can live alone. They're adopting the consciousness, the divine, the consciousness of the spirit. Human body, this body cannot live alone. This body, why not live alone? The four things are instinct there. We call ahara, nidra, bhaya, and maithuna. Ahara means you have to take the food. This body need it, or emotion need it, the instinct need it, but not the soul, not the spirit, not that. So who need it? Our body need it. Either a monk, or not be monk, or the not known, or common persons. Four things need it. Ahara, nidra, bhaya, maithuna. The four things you have to have feelings. Ahara means to take the food, no matter. No matter. Either an animal, as a monk, or a common person, living alone, or even mad persons. So they have to eat. Either they are conscious or unconscious. Eating. Second thing is nidra, to sleep. A mad person also sleep. A monk also sleep. Everyone sleep. Bhaya, afraid of death. Afraid of death, generally two persons they try to achieve. Mad person don't afraid, but they're afraid of consciously. But a conscious, they're not afraid. Mad people, they can stand on the middle of the road. Am I clear that? Middle of road. But what happening? They are afraid, but they're unconscious mad. But conscious, they're not afraid. A monk not afraid, who's fully going to realize. They're not afraid of that death. If they leave the body. And other people are afraid. Okay, these are four things common. Monk, then four things called ahara, nidra, bhaya, maithuna. Maithuna means sex. Sex means we translate as a attraction of the opposite sex. That is called sex. Attraction. We have, everyone have the sexual energy. Not necessarily you attract to everyone, not possible. And we also don't feel sexual energy ourselves. There's some energy attracting to us. As per understanding, there is no sexual energy in our body. There is no sexual energy. That must be clear. Our thoughts creates the sexual energy. Child also have the sexual energy. Old man, you are going to 100 years old, you will have the sexual thoughts here. But thoughts create the sexual energy. Even a kid, they have the sexual energy, but they cannot express. There is no development of the brain. Everyone have the sexual, but there is no sexual energy again. So when you are a kid, why not think? That means if you think there is sexual energy, why child not think about sexual things? Nothing. As you are young, you think sexual is actually not. Many yogis sitting on retreat, they never think about sex at all. They meditate for a long time. Like Lord Buddha was sitting on retreat. You forgot. But if you have time, you think about sex attractions, you have created the children, you was married. So sexual is your body, that is not at all. It is the creation by our own thoughts. So therefore, we have to be very clear that ahara, nidra, bhaya, maithuna, four things are common for each and individual, except the mad person. Monk can feel, but they can sublimate the energy. They can feel also attractions, but they can sublimate, transfer by thoughts. That called viveka. And when viveka, the four things we can compare first. Ahara, nidra, bhaya, maithuna. Four things you need to compare under your control. And if you control the ahara, nidra, bhaya, maithuna, that only help you how to awaken of the viveka, that's the knowledge. And once you conquer the four qualities, naturally awakening takes place. So now you can think about it. How many people can awaken the Kundalini? Think now. So out of millions or billions, 1% eligible to maybe opening the Kundalini. Enlightenment is a long way to go. Out, for example, there are Kundalini awakening 1,000 people or 1 million people. Out of 1 million, maybe 1% will be alive. Awakening Kundalini. If somebody awakening Kundalini, not necessarily a person going to attain the freedom. Not possible. Not possible. Awakening Kundalini, what happening? Once awakening Kundalini, another problems are comes. Many obstacles are comes. So many obstacles. He can be good dancers. He can be gang leader. He can be like Hitler. He can be like I'm speaking. Hitler also awakening Kundalini. But he not utilize positively that energy for the higher purpose. He used that energy destructively. Am I clear? So similarly, after awakening Kundalini, not necessarily we are using that energy for the final liberations or the final freedoms. Sometimes awakening Kundalini, when awakening Kundalini, one can marry, they can create many children, they can be creations, many things can happen, not necessarily should be freedom. So awakening Kundalini, it can be also obstacles in order to find inner love and freedom. That the consequence. So our Gurudev Swami Sivan say that out of millions sadhus, maybe 1% can enlighten. Enlightenment means a person free from all karmas and experience I'm not this body, not the mind, but I'm the spirit. That means we experience that consciousness, which consciousness stay with us. When you leave this body, that consciousness, and we become declared as a death. Dying. So what we have, so that's the mystic. So this is the 4 steps of the liberation. First is viveka. How to awakening a state of the consciousness and becoming self-contained santosham. What you study in philosophy, Patanjali Sutras. Sounds of santosha. But nobody understands. Santosha is self-contained. Many philosophers speak like this. But they have no idea how to have santosha, how to have content, what is the root cause, what are the skills to develop, how to find this, where to be content, how to content. Somebody said, okay, whatever you have, be happy. But how to be happy? How to be content? What to do for this? What are the skills? What are the technique? What are the methods? Nobody will teach us. What are the practicals? Okay, I speak by mouth. Listen here. Okay. Be happy what you have content. That is my Guru. But how to be happy? How to be content? See, Guruji, I have so many problems in my life. I have job, I have work, I have husband, I have family, I have children, lot of responsibility. I have to work, I pay all money, I have to go to study. These are so many things, but how to content? Difficult. But we have to apply the techniques. Meditation regular. Regular meditations brings all technique perfection. We may practice all asanas, no matter how many asanas we practice. But we are not aware constantly all faculties of the mind. When you practice asanas, you are not aware every part of the mind. Not possible also. Because as all kind of physical movement does not help. Does not help to be aware. But when you meditate, you sit down calmly, quietly, so that you are possible to aware every faculty of the mind. That's not the way. You sit down for 2 minutes, you observe your body. The body is moved, your mind is moved. Your hand is moved, your mind is moved. Sometimes when you sit down in meditation, you feel knee pain, you feel lower back pain, the thoughts are coming, so many difficulties are comes. Then not only that, whatever happening in the home, what I have to do, so many things are comes, but at least a witness of everything. But when do asanas, that time you don't have witness of nothing. So meditation is all about witness all faculties of the mind, all consciousness, the conscious, the unconscious, the totality of the consciousness to be aware. That is called. Am I clear that? So that is very important. How to develop awareness of the action reactions. And if a witness of the action reactions, naturally you are able to awaken the viveka, descriptive knowledge. So therefore, everybody cannot live with moral philosophies. And without awakening morals, that means no awakening of the kundalini. That to be clear. But at the same time, the question mark comes, if somebody awakening kundalini, awakening vivek, if you awaken vivek, how a person can do wrong? Question mark comes in. Because I have been a lot of scriptures, shastras. Whatever I'm speaking about Mumichu is called shastras. I'm not speaking out of the scriptures. And this is written by 1,000 years. What a yogis and master and gurus was enlightenment. It was written. The people are fully enlightenment. And this kind of shastras are written by the human being. They are no author of the being. That the rishis, they reveal the knowledge, revelation. You sit down in meditation, what a listening right. It's not out of intellect, out of mind, out of emotion, doesn't come this knowledge. So this is like purity of the wisdom, period of the intellect. We don't read the books in India. When teaching here, I'm not reading any commentary, only Sanskrit. That's why we put quoted like Swami Omkaran. He have always quoted some Sanskrit. We don't like to read the other commentary books. There's many commentary books, I already checked it, not the right commentaries. So we take the original script. Then Viveka. Then you can check. So B means also, B means special. So B means special wisdom. Then another called Viveka Vairagya. You understand me? The chapter is Yoga for Liberations. That means Yoga of Sannyas, Yoga of Monk. And normally this course called Vanaprastha Sannyas, the third step of the sannyas. First is Brahmacharya. How to practice celibacy means right education. Brahmacharya means is not abstinence from sex. That is wrong commentaries. Brahmacharya means right education. For pure education, which education can lead to the liberation. That what to study in ancient time. Ancient time there was no college and universities. So we studied Vedic Gurukul systems. We studied all kinds of science. How to survive, how to have family life, and how to go to liberation as well. How to withdraw your family duties. That we going to study. So first step is called Brahmacharya. Many people translate practice celibacy or abstinence from sex. But my terminology, what I am teaching, Brahmacharya is Brahmacharya. Brahmacharya means a person who behave like a Brahman, like a God. God means as witness. That is called Brahmacharya. There is many kind of Brahmacharya, Sanyasa Brahmacharya, Grihastha Brahmacharya, many kind of things, like Tantric Brahmacharya. A person Tantric Brahmacharya, ascetic monk, they say, okay, abstinent from sex is Brahmacharya. Grihastha way, in Grihastha, those who are going to marry, how to practice Brahmacharya? You get the right educations, perfect educations. According to Tantric Brahmacharya, means one can have intercourse, one can have Maithuna, but with Maithuna, how to stop the sexual energy. That is also Brahmacharya. So Brahmacharya have different meanings. So many definitions, but depends what kind of definition, how the people use. As per the higher understanding, Brahmacharya means one should not lose the single drop of semen. That's the real Brahmacharya. But sometimes one can be monk, they have the dream, they can lose the semen. Sometimes in dream, they lose the semen, but that is also not Brahmacharya, right? They may be absent from sex, but they lose the sexual energy. So where the Brahmacharya? I have this kind of cross course in the monastery when I've studied with my acharyas, with the gurus. I asked them straight, very clearly. Then what is Brahmacharya? Then Brahmacharya is all about witness of your action and reactions. That called Brahmacharya is Brahmacharya. Brahman, the God, he doing nothing. He's the witness of whatever happening in the world. Well, whatever happening, is the witness. So, and another reason, the Brahmacharya for me, as for the old age. So people living in the Gurukul and they study all education. The right education. Education with the morals. So that education leads to the householder. Householder means Grihastha. Grihastha means to marry. And you create your children. Then sometimes people ask, okay, Guruji, you say that absent from sex is Brahmacharya. I am going to also Grihastha, marriage. Isn't it I'm going to liberate? Question mark comes there. Am I clear that? Because everyone right to get liberation. Everybody right to get freedom. Everybody right to get mumikya, nirvana. Everybody. It's not only for monks. Everybody. So then, if a grihastha means a person have marriage, how can they abstain from sex? Not possible. Because they want to create the child. Procreation. So the definition for the grihastha, one has to learn how to use the sexual energy only for the procreation. Not for the sexual enjoyment. Like animals. Animals, they have sex only for the children. There is no sensual pleasures. General, as for general. I'm not going to compare all animals, but general. Like lion, like tigers. They once a year they can have sex population, they can children. Nothing else. Like the dogs, for example, they have special rituals, but not a human being. So therefore, we have to learn how to preserve our vital energy for the higher purpose of our life. Either we create procreation, after that we preserve the energy so that you can go to meditate and go to higher energy and consume your vital energy so that for your good mind, good health and good spirit. That is the purpose. So our vital energy one has to use for procreation and plus a healthy mind, healthy body, healthy spirit for the higher levels, higher feelings. So that is the positive understand. So therefore, am I clear now? So Brahmacharya. Then called Grihastha. Grihastha means household, as I say that, is for procreation, but at the same time, they also has to develop the skills how to live with morals. They have to take care of three. The household life in India, they have three responsibilities. They have to take care of Brahmacharya ashram, Vanaprastha ashram, and Sanyasa. We have four kind of life in India. We have monastic life. Some people they try, and after Grihastha, what happened to do? Grihastha means household life, right? Then you have to withdraw your duties. When you are at the age of 50, your children grow. In India, general people has to marry between 25 to 50, like 35. So 25 years to marry, or 22. Minimum age 22 for ladies as per Vedic science. Man supposed to be 26. I don't know why. Man has to be more higher than the woman. So man is 22, man is 26 as per Vedic science. There are certain things I was reading the scriptures. So this is the age they can have full hormones to create the child. And until age of 50, so when you create the children 25 to 35, this is the best time to have created the children. So that your children become healthy. Because healthy body is there, mother. When mother is healthy, the children become healthy. Father is healthy, children become healthy. So that the best is to create children. After age of 35, you go to 50, already the child already grown up. And age of 50, you have to give responsibility to your children, whoever depend on you, and slowly withdraw your duties. Then monastic life starts age of 75 in ancient time. But who have karma, they take young age to be swami. Age of 75 becomes swami, becoming monk. So that you can give all responsibility, means renounce all the worldly life, so that you can engage for the total freedom. No more involved in the material world. So that is the lifestyle of this sannyas. That is the final ego liberation. We see viveka, vairagya. Vairagya means renounce. Renounce the social life, dispassion. Renounce means to give up responsibility. So age of 50, that the age of 50 to 75 is called Vanaprastha. Vana means we say forest. Vanaprastha. Vanaprastha is the Sanskrit terminology. Vanaprastha. Vanaprastha means here a person slowly withdrawing the duties in order to enter into forest. Means sannyas life. In ancient time, the ashrams are made in the forest, not in the cities, like today. But Rishikesh, long time before, it was like a village, like forest. It was not cities, nothing. Even when I come 30 years before, nothing, this area. Therefore, this ashram I built since 2001. And I was thinking, Rishikesh, this town, this will all going to crowd. So 20 years before, I was thinking to buy this land, to come. Here was nothing. Now just 2-3 years, these buildings are coming. It was only paddy fields, but I did not think about it. And today I'm thinking, this ashram I built maybe is wrong. I supposed to go more enter in the deep forest. All this very calm, but still, after 20 years, there will be crowd this all. But I have protected the mountains. This mountain, the result. Nobody can build it. The river protected. Nobody can build it. So this ashram kind of secular. So therefore, is very important. So therefore, be clear that four ashrams: Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, and Sannyas. So this is called yoga for liberation, 4 stages the life. So Vanaprastha you can understand simply. Age of 50 to 75 is the age you slowly withdraw, not spontaneous, not immediately. I want this one, not like that. If you are married, you have children and everything, so you have to slowly withdraw the responsibility. You can let them to grow, let them to handle. In ancient time, generally, whatever the family heritage, family business, whatever the families, we always hand over to our children. And you can see that today also many countries as of 55, general people get the pension, retire. But some countries now 65, as per the material world. 60, even German 65 or 60, I think. In India 55 or 58 now, 3 years maybe extension, I don't know. India, I think they need to retire earlier because we have young people, they need to get job, and when old people stay in job, they don't do anything except the wise people sitting. So generally, some countries they try the young people enter into work and old people has to retire. So therefore, Vanaprastha ashram in ancient time we divisible Because in Kali Yuga, this time we have 100 years span. Life is maximum 100 years. But ancient time, they live long time. However, according to Kali Yuga, you divide 4 stages of life. So, age of 50, you slowly give up. So, take a retire. At age of 75, so that you already retire everything, nothing to do anything in physical. So that you have relaxed physical completely and engage in metaphysical studies. Meditate, whatever you want, not to think about any more any finance situations. So that you can peacefully meditate and only 100 years you suppose not think. So therefore many ashrams, many gurus, and when they try after 75, they bring the success, they give the responsibility. I'm also trying. Even I'm already almost now 50. So I try to accumulate some people so can they take responsibility. This reason I'm not teaching many times now. This is because I want to withdraw teachings. When the right people come, they take the care. So this reason even my guru already giving up many things, but still taking care. He's almost 60, but he's giving up a lot of things. So a lot of people taking care. His guru was very relaxed. So my guru, when he was 23, he already take responsibility. And he was guru almost 80 that time, 85 something. Then he just gave up like this. So what happening? So 4 stages of life. Then the 4 stages of life to liberation. Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, Sanyasa. And 4 skills we need. Viveka, Vairagya. Then Satsampada and Bhumikya. So Viveka, Viveka means awakening of the taste of knowledge. Vairagya means dispassion, how to witness of everything in the life. Renounce. Then after that, what happens comes. Then third circle of Mumikyu. Mumikyu means to have a wish, to have the resolution, to have the sankalpa in order to liberation. Mumikyu means a person desire to know. Understand? That Mumikyu means a desire to know, a wish to know. That Mumikyu means you have to be thirsty for the liberation. So that Mumikyu. And we forget Satsampada. Satsampada means you need to develop 6 skills to be a patient, to have dedications, to have many things, but I don't remember all now. So the 6 there that I can further chapter I can speak. But when I'm speaking 6, Satsampada, Sat means 6, and skills you need that I need more time to explain properly. That I need minimum 1 or 2 hours to explain. Because in that need to explain with examples. So you have to remember now Chatuspada. Viveka, Vairagya, Satsampada, and Mumikyu. Viveka means awakening of the morals or common sense. Vairagya means dispassion, to renounce. Third thing called Mumikyu, desire to know liberation. And final, Satsampada means the 6 skills to develop in order to desire to know the liberation. And Mumikyu means is called final liberation. So we need the Chatuspada, 4 flowers. And that is the yoga for liberation. And for that we need to follow the 4 stages of life. Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, and Sanyasa. This is called 4 ashram, 4 kind of educations in our life. And this ashram is built by the sannyas. We call it Sanyasa ashram. So we are the 4 ashrams, we are the top. Even if people teaching around the world education, you will not write education. Even if they are lower than this education, you will not permission. So when people enter in the ashrams, the right education starts. Because our education is oriented to the final liberations, not for only stress management. Therefore, sometimes when people come, and we have to also understand what kind of consciousness people have. Is they going to digest or not? So therefore, very difficult for us to teach a monastic system of education here, even yoga. So we have been studying education of yoga through the aim to go to liberation. But today people study yoga, how to have only stress management. That means they cannot start education of ashram. So therefore, many people who are alive in the society, although they want to simply come here to get certificate and teach and get money, that's all finished. Nothing else. There is no for developing higher consciousness. So many people when come to study yoga, they stay in hotels or guest hotels somewhere. It's more easier for them. But honestly, there is no any spiritual level. And forget for them to awaken. They can only study the techniques, they can go study and get money. That's but there are no any kind of spiritual development means how to have self-confidence. That's not possible. So therefore, ma'am, always, and when you study any kind of spiritual issue, especially the sannyasas, because this is the sannyasas, the final stage, and will be the hard, will be difficult for the common people coming. Like today, one person coming, say, I'm studying, I came here and I want to visit Guruji, then you come sometime. Then he come today. I say, I tell him directly and straight. I say, you want to study here? I want to do sadhana, chanting mantras with me. I say, look, you don't have any skills, you don't have any qualification to study with. Yes, you are very welcome to this place. You study my assistant teachers and you can study 1 week, 1 month, 2 months, plus. But I am not going to teach. He said, he did direct. I said, I'm not going to teach. Direct telling me straight. I say, if I am going to teach you, you have to have patience. And you create the humbleness and tolerance. And you have to long time to do. And you want to study here, you are very welcome. Oh, I don't want to study your assistant teaching. It's fine, but you cannot study with math because you don't have skills. Today, man coming, I reject him. I say, I'm not going to teach you. No matter how much money you pay, I tell him that I'm not going to teach. So what happened? So people when coming to the like living supermarket, they study sometimes. There is 1 week gap, and they want to come and study with me. I say no, not possible like this. I'll not teach. I don't waste my energy because you don't have the skills. Because when people come to study spiritually with me, so they have to develop that quality. And one day, if I tell something, these people not will tolerate. Tolerate is very important. And whatever I'm going to speak, no matter, either I'm angry, either I'm tough, they have to be humble. Amen. Because only person humble when you have the tolerance. If you know tolerance, you can't be humble. And humbleness and tolerance, two skills are very, very important, very top qualities. Generally, we don't tolerate. And we don't have patience. So, culture of India, the heritage of India, generally the culture of tolerance, culture of patience. This is the reason. So many cultures coming to India. The Muslim, the Christian, many are various India, but still today we survive the culture of Hinduism, the Samarpan. We never change it. Even today, many ashrams, many traditions still they stay as it is. They modernize, they adopt in certain things, but they don't lose the root. They adopt it. Like many ashrams, ladies are not allowed. For example, we allow everyone because we try to adjust and adapt. When people are serious, they go to study metaphysics and with the karma of the self. That's the way they can develop the skills. So therefore, most of the time, and then sometimes people think also I used to speak with Swamiji. So when I say many people think, okay, the ashram has the no workers, so that students can come and work and we don't need to pay money and they can continue the ashram. Actually, not like that. Sometimes some people pay a lot of money. So a lot of money, so we can buy the workers, they can work. We don't need people to work here at all. Don't need karma yoga at all. That is what happened. So when you go to big, like big centers, the people pay big money. So they have a lot of workers, they serve you everything because you pay the money, like hotel, they serve you. Very simple. The pay more money, the more service you get. Then you don't need any work to do. That is very simple also. You understand? So it is not that way. People are the issues not find the people and student has to work. Not like that. Like in my guru place, they have a lot of money. They can put any people, like big institutions like. So like this. So not like that. But as per the ancient time, so karma yoga one can be done. That people help the skills of patience, not skill of patience, but humbleness. Then patience create and tolerance create. And when I'm speaking about short sampan, another lecture I'll speak short sampan. How to have developed 6 skills for the final evaluation. First, the viveka, vairagya. Vivek means awakening of the common sense. Vairagya means dispassion and Dispassionate doesn't mean you give up. No, not give up. You keep continue your duty, keep continue your work, but it's supposed not attachment, not to be detached, neither detached nor attached. That called dispassion. Because as a householder, if you think, okay, I'm dispassionate, I have no passion, but how to continue your job? How to take care of your husband? How to take care of the children? How to take care of family, brother, sister, mother? How to take care? Detachments, not to separations. So detachments not be involved. Am I clear that? They're like the lotus leaf in the flower. Lotus leaf is above the water, but lotus leaf does not involve inside water. If a leaf goes inside the water, the lotus flower will die. There are no flowers anymore. So the life of a Vairagya means as per household, not as per monk. As per tantric science also. Kundalini Tantra is all about a person has to live like lotus leaf, nothing else. Lotus flowers. Lotus stem inside water. All the garbage, all the compost in the bottom of the root, that is samsara. The social life is compost, is rubbish. But we need this passion. Our father, mother, society, all are, we have the problems because due to our relatives also many problems we have. But that is our life, that is our survival. We say, oh, my mother, oh, my father, my husband, my sister, my children, therefore I need to survive. I need to take care of them. So we have kind of sentiments, some kind of passions we have to survive. Sometimes, oh, I'm alone. Okay, I can die, nobody cares. Oh, I have the father. My father loved me, my mother loved me, my sister loved me, my husband, my child. So many, we have attachment comes. So that is our social life, percolate compost, the bottom of the lotus flower. Right? The stem like our body, like physical being. Without body, you can survive. That is my experience. That's many lot of experience. Leaf like a chlorophyll, the prana, the surya, the leaf of the above the water. So that water is called passion because water is moving. It's called passion. Without passion, you can survive. You need to have some passion. If you not a passion, you cannot come to India. If you not a passion, you can survive at all. Without passion, his body will not survive. Tomorrow die. So when people have killed themselves, hanging themselves, they have no passion anymore to fulfill. So I have no passion. Let me all passion finish. Because when passion not fulfilled, they say, what is the use of this life if I cannot fulfill my desires? So without passion, we will not survive. Then the leaf comes. So leaf is called chlorophyll. Without prana, you can survive. Then above the, if everything you are right, balancing, then you get the flower. So we experience the love. So flower is a symbol of love and the soul. So you can see this is the world. We need everything, right? So this is the skills of how to awaken a kundalini and experience the soul and spirit and love. And that is the freedom. Freedom is not all about to free everything. Flower cannot coming above the lotus leaf. It cannot possible. It's not grown up. You can't feel the fragrance of the flowers without everything. But sometimes thinking, oh, the flower nice above the water. But so many things are interconnected. So we need to live this planet with everything, but understanding properly. That's the life of freedom. Freedom doesn't come alone. Freedom comes, we come all out together. Right? Am I clear that? So flower is the symbol of freedom, the soul, the love, and the truth. But you have to understand, flower does not happening only over the world. It's so many things interconnected. That will be clear. Am I clear that? So today will be this much, and we'll conclude this. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchidanandamurtaye Nisprapanchaya Santaya Niralambaya Tejase Sankaram Sankarachalam Kesavam Vadarayanam Sutrabhashakritam Bandi Bhagavanto Punaha Punaha Isvara Gararatmeti Murti Veda Vibhagini Bhimavad Bhakta Dehaya Siyachina Murtaye Namaha Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Om Gururbhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. So, thank you very much. There are also very nice Upanishad. Maybe you check with some whatever teachings. That is called Kundalini Upanishad. Very nice. That is coming from Vedic science. Kundalini Upanishad is from Vedic science. General, nobody knows, not many people. I think nobody knows it. So in Vedic science, like part of yoga liberations, Kundalini Upanishads, normal people reading the books, but our Bihar School book written by our Grandmaster is the great master who was actually study all the scriptures. And after that he written, but they are not some quotation of Sanskrit. But there is Kundalini Upanishads. So possible. No, that is actually I have to check. That is Kundalini Upanishad. It doesn't have supermarkets nowhere. You have to buy the things. I'll check it. That is, I have 108 Upanishads. Upanishads, they written all the wisdoms. So like that. We'll check that. Okay. Hari Om. Thank you. Huh? Okay. Bye bye. Good night. Huh?
Have a good night.
Yeah.
Is the door open or closed?
No, open it. So, Hari Om.